Have you ever seen love walking, talking, smiling, breathing? I have. I was 2 years old when my great-grandmother, and this is my great-grandmother, Sarah Harrell, took me to raise me. My mother was not able to take care of me, but my grandfather asked his mother, my great-grandmother, if she would take me and nurse me back to health because my mother and I were both sick. And evidently I never got well because I never left my great-grandmother. When I say I never left her, that's what I mean. Even when I went to college, I was only 27 miles away from her. Even when we got married, we moved her into the house with us. Why? Because she was loved, walking, talking, smiling, loving. Sarah Harrell was 89 years old when she died. But even in her death, she was wonderful. Let me tell you what she would always do. She would always teach me the Bible. She taught me how to pray. She took me to church 7 days a week. Now, that's a lot of church. But I was there 7 days a week, Monday for mission, Tuesday for ladies' sex yoga, Wednesday for prayer meeting, Thursday for choir rehearsals, Friday for teachers meeting, Saturday we cleaned up the church, and Sunday we went in church all day. Because, you know, black folks used to stay in church all day long. Okay? But it didn't hurt me any. Because I learned such great things from her. I learned how to pray. Because she took me to nursery school, and there was a teacher there, in fact, two teachers whose names were mine, Thelma Walker and Thelma Wilson. My grandmother, great-grandmother, was friends with them, and I went to that nursery school. When I went to that nursery school, they taught me so many wonderful things, but the one thing I remember that was quite an embarrassment for me. I remember coming home one day from that nursery school and showing my granny, that's what I called her, granny, showing her the dime that I had found. Well, you could not bring anything home that you didn't take away from home in my day. So she asked me, where did I find it? And I said, I find it on the floor. Where on the floor did you find it? And I made up something, of course, and she knew I was not telling the truth. The next day, she went to school with me. This is nursery school, folks. She went to school with me. She asked me to show her where I had found the dime and all of the particulars, and I couldn't tell her. And she said, okay, I'm going to teach you one thing. You will not lie to me about anything. She said, so you will stand in front of this class with Miss Wilson and Miss Walker, and you will tell the class, I told a story. I didn't find the dime, and so I'm going to get punished. And sure enough, I got punished. And this is what she said to me. Don't ever lie to me, because if you lie to me, I cannot protect you. If you kill somebody and I ask you that, tell me yes or tell me the truth. I will not have a lying, stealing thief in my house. Wow, that was hard. But do you know, till this day, I remember that lesson of do not lie. And sometimes I've told little white lies, okay? And then I've had to go back and say, I'm sorry. I didn't tell the whole truth about that. Because this was the heart of love that my great-grandmother taught me, among many, 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 many other things. But she taught me the essence of being truthful and honest. This is my Grammy, y'all. My great-grandmother, Sarah Harrell, who raised me from the time I was 2 until she died at 89. I love her to death, and I love her today. So, I had to stop and think a minute. I had to weep a little bit. But that's what Generation Love is all about. It's about a divine explosion of love.